Hi there, Capricorn. Welcome to your August 2025 reading. We're going to get started by getting some cards that will speak on the overall energy for the month of August, okay? So let's take a look. Okay. Okay, we're starting with 3. And we got the 2 of Pentacles in reverse, okay? Having some struggles with balancing many different things in your life, okay? There needs to be some practice in dealing with the ups and downs in life, okay, with grace and poise, as a juggler would do, right? Because with the infinity symbol in between the 2 pentacles, it signifies that we go through ups and downs in life, okay, and it's learning to dance with the beautiful moments that we wish that would last forever, and the difficult moments we wish we could just get through, right? It's learning to be in the middle of that, middle of it all, and have grace and poise and balance, like the juggler would if it was upright, okay? So there's a gentle reminder of that there is a struggle here of many different things needing attention in August, okay, Capricorn? And one of those things, I believe, is the 5 of Pentacles, okay? Something is leaving you feeling a void, okay? Sometimes that could be a spiritual void. It is Pentacles, so it could be a financial void, okay, or a material void of some sort. But you're left feeling somewhat left out in the cold, as these images you see in the picture here. But with this cathedral window in the back, there's always room for hope that you can see that, okay? Especially with, like I said, finding that balance when things are rough in life, okay? Remembering to look up and look to that window of hope. And realize that things don't stay the same forever, okay? But there is some sort of void that needs to be addressed, okay, in August. Because clearly it's creating somewhat of an unbalance. And it could be circling around the Knight of Swords, okay? Maybe things are moving too quickly right now and you can't grasp enough time, energy, and effort for everything. He's in a go-getter stance, right? The Knight of Swords. He's after whatever he's going after, full force, that perhaps he's not stopping enough to smell the roses, as they say, right? He doesn't even recognize, because he's such in a hurry all the time to get to wherever he believes is where he wants to be, that there's all these voids coming up, or feelings of emptiness. Like it's good to have a go after your goal attitude, because that is who you are, Capricorn. But there needs to be a time and place for everything, right? And sometimes when we're in a rush to get here and do that, and there's so many things on the agenda, we feel more empty at the end of the day because we're searching to fill quantity of things getting done versus quality, if that makes sense. All right, that's kind of what I feel is what's coming through so far. So just remember that for the overall energy in August. All right, so we'll get you some blessings. Let's take a look there. What blessings, Spirit, do you have for Capricorn? flying. All right, we got 2. Okay, so this discomfort that you feel, this void. Okay, so 9. 9 of Cups in reverse, okay? It's a blessing that you're feeling this void, this discomfort, because with this image, he is very happy and proud of his achievements that he stands behind in the background, or his trophies, however you see it. But you got it in reverse. So again, you're doing a lot of things. You're reaching a lot of, it seems like, goals, but they're not fulfilling you, Capricorn. It's leaving you feeling like, I'm doing a lot, but I'm not getting anywhere. Okay, so there's a need, I feel, to go deep within and kind of reconnect with what fills your soul in August. All right, just some time to reconnect with your higher self and with spirit and say, look, I'm doing a lot, but I'm not getting that fulfillment I need. Okay, and maybe you'll get some clarity. You also got the 6 of Cups in reverse. Might need a clarifier for that. Something to do with bad memories is a blessing. Or things where you've revisited, you feel like you're in deja vu. I've been here before is somehow a blessing. But it's like a bad memory. Like, I've been here before. What was the lesson I learned? Let's just pull a card for that and take a look. What are you speaking on the spirit here? Judgment. Upright. You're able to make good judgment about some past memory that seems to serve you in August. Perhaps you've been here before, taken on too much, perhaps helping others, or even in your own soul. You're like, I'm going to do this goal and that goal. I'm going to, reach higher mountaintops as you are the goat, Capricorn. And you've been here before where it's left you feeling a void. Okay, so I feel like there needs to be a restructuring of what goals fulfill you and what take you away. That's just kind of filling time up, okay, in your daily life. All right? Okay, Capricorn, let's get you some challenges for August. Okay, what did we get here? The Lovers in reverse. That's interesting. I'm not reading it as a connection to someone else. It feels like there's a disconnect between, if you look in this card here, your feminine and your masculine side. Okay, and that's where this 2 of Pentacles is coming up imbalanced. Okay, there's an imbalance because there's a block here. And because there's an imbalance between your feminine and masculine side, your higher self is having a hard time speaking to you, okay? And I think that's funny. There's that mountain in the background. I kept visualizing mountains that you're climbing here with goals of your own, but other people's, it feels like, are needing your assistance. And again, it's left a void, okay? So far, the overall feel here in August, with everything that we've looked at so far, is needing to get back to self. What's really, truly important for you, Capricorn? Okay, like I said, you've got the right attitude of a go-getter that gets things done. But it's all sorts of things. Like I said, there's quantity of things are getting done, but it's not quality. It's not fulfilling, okay? But I'm going to pull another card for the lovers just to get a deeper look. Wheel of Fortune. Wow, there's an offering with the Wheel of Fortune coming in here. It feels like this is your higher self speaking to you, and this is symbolized by your higher self as well. These two are very connected, it feels. Well, let me show you. There you go. And your higher self is trying to tell you, I have an amazing opportunity coming your way with the Wheel of Fortune being in your favor. However, you were disconnected from mostly your feminine side, okay, is what I'm getting. Because again, your masculine side, you're the go-getter. You're getting things done. However, there's something that needs to be nurtured, okay? That feminine side needs to take the front seat along with the masculine, okay? And they need to be integrated in some way, shape, or form, okay? But let's see what Spirit's guidance is. What guidance do you have for this challenge? Okay. Got Queen of Swords. King of Swords. Interesting. The King and Queen coming up. Air signs. Mental activity. So balance and justice and rising above something. That's a very clear message. They're giving you a clear truth here. And also the Seven of Wands. It feels like you need to fight for truth and justice. And again, with the Queen here, rising above. See, she rises above the clouds there, the illusion, the fogginess, to get clear vision of what goals are important to you. If again, and with this card here, he's kind of like racing through the clouds, not really knowing where he's going. Here, you're above the clouds. You see clearly what goals matter to you. Okay, again, lots of introspection in August, my friends. Okay, and you really need to fight for that right now, because there is some sort of opportunity with the Wheel of Fortune coming in. And again, you've been here before. You recognize this kind of energy of kind of running in circles, or like a hamster on a wheel, busy, 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 but not getting anywhere. You've been able to make judgment calls on what's important to you from before. So you'll be able to work this out in August. Okay, Capricorn? Okay, so let's get you an old saying to wrap up the reading. What's a good old saying for Capricorn Spirit? Okay. Boy. 2. Alright, so Capricorn. What's done in the dark will come to the light. Okay? And the second one. Don't count your chickens before they hatch. Alright? I'm gonna get a couple clarifiers. I have an idea, but Spirit, can you give me a little more? Okay, so for what's done in the dark will come to the light. Garden of Venus, rest and renewal. Okay, so again, there's that feminine energy coming in. Okay, rest and renewal, nurturing some time to yourself to get back to who you are, what goals are important to you. Okay, and as it says, like, what is done in the dark? Dark, like peace, quiet, rest, rejuvenation will come to the light. What you're looking for with reflective time, okay, will come to the light. And here you can see there's that castle in the background and light around it. Isn't that interesting? So what you're seeking, what you're truly seeking, Capricorn, with your goals, will come to the light when you give yourself rest and renewal. Again, there's that feminine energy of nurturing and taking care. Self-care is coming through here, okay? And with the don't count your chickens before they hatch. Interesting. Spirit, can you give me a little more on that? Dances on one foot, balancing act. Wow, that's interesting. Learning, like I said before, with this card coming up, learning to be that professional juggler, learning to work with the ups and downs of life and going towards it with grace and poise, okay? And maybe not running past all these things that require your attention and really facing them. There might be, like, I just want to get on to the next goal. Perhaps there's a need to stop and slow down, okay? And really work on that balancing act, okay? Learning to dance with the movement of life, okay? Anyway, Capricorn, I hope this was helpful for August. There seems to be a lot of getting back to self, all right, and restructuring of what's important to you, all right? But I wholeheartedly feel like you got this, and because you have been here before, you just need a gentle reminder. Ask Spirit to help you with that, of where you want to be and what you want to focus on in life, what brings you quality and fulfillment, okay? Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Bye.